Okay, we're going to start with this, because Katami, can I grab Mel, please? Just so everyone understands, it's pretty much, we're doing an arm, we're doing an arm triangle. So Katami means one arm in, one arm out, and we encase the area. So from here, right, the most common thing on this is if you haven't been exposed to a good judoka holding Kesikatami, number one thing is it wears you down because they're sitting right on your ribs and your diaphragm. Number two is the most common injury from this is your intercostals by trying to throw the person over and using strength, so blow your ribs out kind of thing. And the third thing about it, what I see people do is they misunderstand from my point of view that they think, you know, like I'll throw my partner, you know, and they get that kind of thing, they grip and they try and throw. So it's the right idea, but the wrong direction. Okay, so we're going to start Kesikatami. So everyone's here. What we're going to do just to start with is I'm going to cut my hands together, and what I want to do is I want to make sure it's the blade of my arm, so not the blade of my arm. The common misconception is what people do is they try and go nice and high. This is better control because I'm putting the weight onto me. So I just want to go down by the hip, and what I'm doing, instead of putting my hands together, I walk my feet in and grip. So it's a super tight grip. So I'm underneath my partner. Now, if you have to fart, you're probably going to do it now. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm squeezing in and I'm lifting my partner over. So the biggest thing that I see people is they don't walk their legs under their partner when they do the roll. Right? They try and do this from here, and they try and hook their partner over. So what I want to do is, one person's I want to turn, I want to get onto my side. This way I can drive under my partner and into my partner's weight on top of me, and I can now use that to roll my partner over. Pedro, come in. Pedro. So it's pretty much an arm trial once again. Arm goes in and here. So first things first is what I want is I want to turn my palm down, and I'm trying to go down towards the hip line. I'm not trying to come up nice and high. This is one of the biggest things I see people make a mistake. So my hip line. What I'm going to do now is I kind of do a bridge, turn my legs in, and I grab. And they're going to hold my head, that's fine, like there's no drums. What I'm doing now is I'm going to take my partner's weight up, and I'm going to bring and over. So I keep holding the waist, so when I come up, I've got a nice squeeze as well. So first thing is I'm taking my partner over, and I turn my hips, so that their weight goes over me. One more time. So Kesikatami, scarf hold, head lock position. First thing I do is I take my arm down nice and low. Second thing, small bridge, and I walk my feet over. And they're going to hold my head. You know, and they're going to grab my arm, they're going to hold my head from here. So what I'm doing, think about this way, is just, Pedro have a post on this side. If you let's go, I can get my arm back, I'll take his back. You know, so we're going to cover that. So then one thing is start to slowly take my partner's weight, here. And they're normally going to go, no way, I'll drive back into you. So I drive back in, bridge. So just that first part where we're gripping and taking our legs to our hands is much more important than gripping and trying to throw our partner over us. Let's start that, guys. 1, 2, 3. How's that feel? Thank you. Good. Here. We're going to make it a little bit more real. So they kind of got their weight on me, and they're not allowing my head. So, you know, their hips are a little bit further forward. Right, yeah, you know, so this is a little bit more difficult on me to do. But what happens now is that I've got much more room to move my hips. So you can either control my shoulders or you can control, like, you know, it's very hard to control both. So I acknowledge it straight, so once again, as I turn, and what I'm doing is I'm just tipping his weight down a little bit. If I'm here, I'm tipping his weight forward. And it's not a lot, but it's enough just to be able to move. So what I simply do is I turn. But see, if I just move my legs, nothing changes Lincoln's base. He's just laughing at me. Right. So what I'm doing is I turn my knees in, I plant my feet, and I come up, so I'm here. Now, Lincoln's like, no way. So as he drives back in, I walk my knee under. It's really put my knee under my partner. Now, it's hard for my partner to get his hips back down on the ground. So what I'm doing is this is I umpa and I over. Now, we're going to go like this, guys. Okay. I'm now going to walk my knee underneath the hips. I'll use someone else. You okay? You sure? I don't want you to cry. No. So, all those years of Brazilian pressure. Okay. So once again, it's like, you know, like it's heavy, okay? So I'll walk my knees in a one. So that creates a space for me to turn. If I'm just putting here, but this is the worst thing I've ever seen. Well, not the worst. One of the worst things I've ever seen. And he's like, oh man, this is fun. You know, so, no one, turn my knees. Walk in. What I'm doing is I'm trying to make contact with my knees. So when I bridge, yeah. Walk my feet. Bridge. Cut my leg. Pull my leg under. Snap my leg. And he has to kick out. You can get a submission from here. Be super nice if you've got a sore back. Just be very careful. 1, 2, 3. Back up on your present. This is a slightly different attack, a little bit unorthodox. And I've had good success teaching this and I've had bad success teaching this, so Kesakatama. So while I understand that one of the most common things is my partner's going to grip around my waist. Right. And a lot of time we try and deal with this by changing our body shape and size and all that. What I'm going to do is two things. This is, I'm going to kick my leg forward, I'm going to slightly lean backwards. So I kick my leg forward, grab, I come underneath. And all I'm going to do is get my wrist underneath the elbow and squeeze to get my kimura. And you know, yeah. So when I feel the squeeze, now I know that they want to push me forward, so I put my leg out and I lift the head up. It's not, you're not going to tap them, but okay. So I now lift my hips, so they're gone, that's pretty good. So normally give me a good squeeze underneath it. Cup your hands together. Now the thing that I got taught on this was this, right, is take your leg down so that they cup together. Don't try and force it because sometimes it's quite hard to grab. So take your leg in here and that puts it pretty much in the position. It's really easy for my partner to get up, they just have to straighten their arm. You work that, straighten their arm. Which gives me, so it's pretty much playing the game, I'll get access to my ankles. So one, when they grab me, now one, put a frame system forward, cup your leg, lift the head up. I am relatively heavy here and I've got good control. Like I lift my hips, hand goes under, now I bring my legs back in and I come. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my hands towards Mel's face, and if I want to, I can kick, it's pretty hard to straighten it, but boom. Go back to the head. How's that feel? Thank you. So for me, this is a really underrated kind of style. So first things first is that what I want to do is I want to stop my momentum going forward. So my leg kicks out and I cup and I lift the head. So it's not a lot of pressure, but it's a lot more pressure than normal. Right, and now, because I've got control, I can now lift my hips because you can't drive me forward. So I lift my hips, I put my hand under, and it's a good pressure. Take my hands in, I just take my hands towards the head. Hop. We're in the game. Once I'm here, Ezekiel, whatever you want. Chris, he's got to try and turn his hand down to rescue you. That's, yeah, Kimura turns it down the other way, turn that way. From here, has to expose his neck. So, you know, I'm in a really good position from here. So one more time, legs, hips, hand, go, hop, dead. 1, 2, 3.
So what is called to go like with you is the leg.
Little things. Thank you. So when we do this, we're going to have two options. We're either going to get the bite and the reaction, or we're going to get the submission. that's pretty much the two reactions that we get. Lincoln, please, Professor. So if you think about it, like I'm in the position and the arm is bent, so that's the Kimura. I don't have to move the arm to the Kimura position because it's already in the Kimura. Does that make sense? So what I'm seeing people do is, if I start to move too far forward, I can't get underneath the elbow because it's too far forward. If I go too far backwards, the arm straightens and I no longer have the Kimura. So this is why this locks the arm to where I want it to be. So this is really important. Now one, it's harder for him to bridge me and puts the arm in where I want to be. So for the Kimura, right, is all I want to do on the Kimura is I want to lift the elbow up. That's all I want to do. So what I'm seeing people is when they get the hands together, they go, I'll drive this hand to that hand. The downfall advantage, as you drive, it gives you space. Yeah. So I'm going to lock it, so that's locked, and it's this hand that comes in to grab it. The more I go here, and now I've lost everything. So I kind of go, lock it, okay, it's locked. That hand doesn't move, it's in position now, it does not move. Okay, and he's going to be like, I want my head free, I'm like, oh, got it. And it's pretty much right now. So all I do, you okay, is I slowly twist this hand up. I'm not putting pressure on it. Twist this hand up. And now, lean slight towards the head. That's Kimura. If I just twist here, once again, so I go here, lock it in, forward.
You don't have to roll.
I don't really change my body shape yet. So now, and this is just playing devil's advocate. Because my tricep and my bicep is on the wrist, if Lincoln goes to straighten his arm, I can actually hold here. If we're in this position, okay, I'm going to do what I simply call a leap of faith. A leap of faith. Leap, like, giving up my back, I'm giving up the position, but I've got such good screws on the arm. I know my success rate is relatively high. So, 1, 2, 3. Hands come in, grip, switch, lay on the arm, and arm bar. And if they're really strong, bring your leg over, use your leg as well. If they're really strong. Lincoln's not, I just did that as an example. Did you ever see that? Yeah. Ben. Jump down. So just at the small dynamics game, and could you switch that camera towards me a little bit? So this works when they're grabbing me. Right. So number one is to lock the arm in position, kick my legs straight, hold, lift the head, raise my hips, come under, hold it. Okay, bring my leg back and squeeze it in. So even if they're flexible, like I'm like, man, this guy's quite flexible from now. Like I'm trying to get it, let go, come over the top. And now, I'm still going to get it. They're strong. Leg comes over and start to attack it with the leg.
Are you keeping it up by the shoulder, not
it's
by...
It's like a Mia lock kind of thing. I can do either one depending on the arm. So if I don't want to let go of the head and I want this lock, but my partner's really flexible, there's issues, right? So Bob, sorry, here, I'm like, man. So I start to what I call sink in the lounge. Sink in the lounge. The issue is I'm probably going to get rolled. Right, I'm like back here, I'm like, man. So he goes, he bridges. Now, keep the head up. I'm still, it's not nice, but your fault for being flexible. Okay, change partners, have a play. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Ben. Did you think I was going to get it, or do you think you're going to?
Really? You need to sit down with one, yeah.
And here, just grab Lincoln. And we're once again the Kyosuke-Tatami. One of the things that we want to have a look at, and this is quite an interesting position, is that my partner instead of kind of going around the waist, as I get control, they're going to try and do the opposite thing, right? So their left hand comes across, and what they're going to do, they're going to grab this collar here, and they're going to start to push that collar into my face. Now, from here, we call this jaws of life. So you're going to push this down as hard as you can into my face. You're going to put your right hand on top of your left hand, bring your knees into your chest, and lift your head up nice and high. Okay. Yep. Then we're in a position to attack me. So my arms between, you can arm bar, you can kimura, whatever. But from here, I'm going to hold on. So the more that you put pressure here and drive your head higher, the more like I'm like kimuraing myself. So I have to let go. Your job, play the arm. And you know, you keep kimura, you can arm bar, you've got so many options from here. You know what I mean? So it's a really good attack. Swap vision, so you're on top. So what I found from here is the Keskatami is like that. Okay, he's on my arm. So can you just turn the camera around to me just a little bit, please? So he's on my arm, right? So I want to keep it like a nice and loose, like a spaghetti arm, so that if he does go to the kimura, like that kimura we're done, it's just. That's the problem. Because it's so loose, there's no elbow. Right, so even, yeah, you know what I mean? So it's more like I'm just putting my fingers out like that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to here. But I want it to be kind of on the neck, I don't want to be in front of the neck, so from here. Technical term, Homer Simpson. Okay, technical term, Homer Simpson. Punch. Woo, walk, get up. Boom. 1, 2. But it's a heavy pressure. But and I want all my weight on the neck. All my weight on the neck. So from here, Keskatami. So just spaghetti arm, limp arm, I'm trying to get it. So this hand here comes in, and you want it kind of on my jawline. Now, think about this. Turn to your side, walk your legs away from me. Push me down, walk away. So, my head's pinned. You put your other hand on top to make it twice as bad for me. And here we go. Just not like me. I love this doing this to people. I love it. The arms dangling out here. You know they're going to try and go to turtle. You know you're going to take the arm bar with the kimura, the back take. You know, it's just such a dominant position. Like, good way to meet friends and influence people. Okay. Is everyone okay with that? Would you like to see it one more time? Right, let's try it out, and if you get stuck, I'll come and help you out. Grab someone new. 1, 2, 3. Alright, okay. So this is I use this as a last resort, like actually so I kind of use it as a first resort to test it out. And then I'll kind of backtrack from here. So Lincoln, Keskatami. And like I said, it's not standard, so Keskatami, scarf hold from here, but and I'm in the position where I'm like, man, I'm struggling to get my hand through, his head's nice and low. So I'm going to go and I'm going to give away my asset. I'm going to actually give Lincoln my arm. Okay. So I turn, I give Lincoln my arm, and I start to pull. Hey, and get my submission. Sorry. It works best when you don't know what's going on. So, what? Okay. So, right now, turn, come, squeeze. Yep. Yeah, head and arm bar, shoulder crush. Mal! You like it? Oh, no.
Good surprise.
It is a surprise. Okay. So, number one, I can't do this on my back. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of doing like I'm doing a Hail Mary. I throw my hand to the ceiling and I turn and come over. Oh. It just gets better.
Maybe tough.
So, really hard this time? Okay. Come on. Turn your knees, punch the ceiling. On the elbow, cup your hands together. Push the face. Sit up. Legs come over. Ta-da! New partners, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now.